All right. Hello. Happy Sunday. For those in the States, it's Labor Day weekend, and welcome to my channel, Philly. We are doing a couple cook today.
Where's the music?
So we're a little late getting on, and we apologize. Actually, I shouldn't say we apologize. I should say thank you for your patience, right? Because I was hoping to have some good tunes that I would be able to play, of course, without royalties and all that good stuff. And as you've heard, those of you that have been following us, we have these issues that come up, and my little speaker is just not cooperating, so it's not going to have any music, which I like for our couple cooks, because I feel like that just, I want this to be enjoyable for us. We love streaming for y'all, but I want it to be fun for us, but the music is not cooperating. So
would you like me to try to get it through my phone?
No, it's not the phone, it's the speaker that's being the issue, but thank you. Okay. So no music. So apologize for that. I know some of you might prefer it without music, but we like to have a little bit of music a lot of times if we're cooking. So, but welcome to my channel. Today, because it's the weekend, we're doing a cooking stream. Those of you who have, not come on one of our streams before, during the week, we do either a cocktail stream or we do a food review. This week coming up, it's a food review, but more about that later. But today we are making summer rolls.
Summer rolls.
Because it's summer still, the last official weekend of summer. For those of you that don't live in the States, Labor Day is always considered the last official weekend in the summer. So it was about time I got these summer rolls in. So you can see we've got a lot of ingredients already gathered. One of the things that'll be really important for our summer rolls, and they got wet because I was rinsing some stuff, is we need rice paper. And we've got limes for one of the sauces. I've got ingredients over here. Oh, what are you doing?
Well, since we don't have music, I'm going to make you a little drink.
A little cocktail, because it's happy hour. Because we don't have work tomorrow. Most people, not everyone, but a lot of us will not have work on Monday. And by the way, definitely, this is a big weekend for me because I go back to work on Tuesday. So I'm an educator and I'm back there teaching reading. So yes, I would. So this is kind of still like a Saturday night for us. So if you are joining us and you want to say hello, we'll be keeping our eye on the chat. Would love to chat along with you. You can ask questions. You can make comments. Obviously, we might ask you some questions too in case you're joining us. And if you're watching this later after this is already done, please let us know what you think and let us know what are some of the favorite variations on summer rolls that you like. So summer rolls, a lot of times you might know it as a Vietnamese summer roll. It's a really light dish, and sometimes you'll see it as an appetizer at a restaurant. I think it makes a great lunch or a light dinner. So we actually were over in Jersey taking out our son and his wife for lunch. So we kind of had a heavier lunch. So this for us is a perfect dinner tonight. And really, they're not, and I've got just a second, I've got it on nose itch. Pardon me. And really, they're not hard per se. The trickiest part about summer rolls is probably the rolling, just like if you've made burritos or things like that. Sometimes it's the roll that kind of falls apart in you when you're rolling all the ingredients together. But the best thing to do before you start any rolling is to get all your ingredients ready, mise en place. So get everything in place and everything ready. So a couple things going on already. I've already brought some water to boiling, and one of the first things I'm going to do is in our summer rolls, I'm going to be putting some of these rice sticks, which are just rice noodles. I don't need this whole thing, so I'm going to actually just be putting a portion, and I'm going to soften them in some recently boiled water. And I'm going to watch them, and I'm going to put them in cold water after they're done enough so they can just stand by until we're ready. We're all making a lot of noise here, right?
Sorry about that.
No, it's okay. It's all good. So I'm going to open up this package. And you can just cook them per the instructions. I have found myself, let me just take some of these off and put the rest back in. I have found myself, ooh, see, this is perfect. Just take that nice little section.
Cool. What is that, rice noodles?
Rice noodles, yep. I found myself that to put some really hot water on them and then kind of cool them off once it seems like you have it al dente enough. Seems to work best for me, and then I'll actually, remove them from water so they're not super soggy. So that's what works best for me, but you can always follow directions on the package for sure. So we'll set those over there. So I already have some hot water here, and all I'm gonna do with this section, so it's just 2 of us, so we don't need too many, is I'm just going to be pouring some hot water over it. And as you can see, I have a little camera here that in just a moment, I'm gonna turn that view on so that you can see when I'm rolling and as we're prepping our vegetables. Because one of the things we'll need to do when we're getting ready is just getting all of our yummy ingredients, getting them all cut the way we want them so that they'll be easy for us to assemble and then roll. I'm gonna get some tongs. Let's see here. Okay, so I poured this over, and all I'm doing now with the noodles is I can just really leave them be. I'm just gonna kind of make sure they're all submerged, all in a nice little bath. And I'm gonna set them up here just for me to keep an eye on, and I'll be checking on them, every so often. So that's gonna go right there. All right, so some of the ingredients we're gonna need. I'm gonna go to the sauces in a little bit. And by the way, down in the description, I referenced 2 links to recipes that I used for portions of what we're doing. Inherently, I'm rolling up what I really wanna have in my summer roll, but there were 2 sauces that I wanted to get. One of them was a peanut sauce, which is traditionally what it's dipped in at restaurants, although I know you can also make kind of a spicy fish sauce, vinegar, spicy, like clear kind of sauce. That could be really nice and a lot lighter. I love the peanut sauce. And then we're going to be making a mango chili sauce for a little heat, because I love me some heat. We're going to be making a chili sauce with mango to drizzle on. Well, we don't have to drizzle on all of them, but whichever ones we want to. I'll probably put it on most of mine because I think that sounds delicious. So that brings up the whole mango thing. So the reason I have this jug of cut mangoes is because for like a month, the market that I love and I hold near and dear to me has had beautiful mangoes. And then you know what happens? And I have gotten some throughout the summer. And then the one time when you really need a mango, like for a stream, of course, there's no mangoes to be found. So I could have gotten frozen ones. I did have some frozen ones. When I went to another regular, like an Acme store, I saw this, and these are already cut, and they're in a light syrup, so I rinsed the syrup actually. But thank you, dear. And what'd you make me?
That is the Negroni, blah, blah, blah.
Spaiato?
Spaiato.
Spaiato. That's like my new obsession now. If you have not made one yet, make one. And that was what we streamed this week, and I am completely obsessed. I think it's absolutely delicious, absolutely delightful.
And you know what it is 1 ounce Campari, 1 ounce
sweet vermouth.
Sweet vermouth, and then top it off with
Prosecco or any sparkling wine. So it's equal amounts, all of those.
with a twist of
and a twist of orange. And and one thing we did find is that we felt like it was really good to take the Campari and the sweet vermouth and stir it in a glass of ice first to kind of soften it a bit, and then we put that over the ice in the actual glasses and then topped it off with some Prosecco.
I'm going to have it.
I'm going to have a wait, I'm going to sip when you're ready. We'll do a little toast. So back to the mango. So since they were in a juice, I didn't need the juice. Mangoes are inherently sweet. So I actually rinsed the juice off. But I chose to do this because I was worried about the texture getting to frozen. Obviously, at the end of the day, and anyone that cooks a lot, you know this, at the end of the day, you cook with what you've got, right? So when you have the ingredients, you use them, and if you can't find them, you substitute, right? And that's just, I'm a home cook, that's what I'm doing constantly. So here I ran into that issue for the recipe today. So I felt like these would have the best texture, better than the frozen once they defrosted. And they're nice, they're nicely cubed. I'm gonna cut them down a little bit, but I'm not gonna worry about them yet because I'll make the sauces in just a minute. But first I wanna show about the other ingredients that we have. So we have our rice paper that we're going to be dunking, and that's going to be our little wraps that we're going to be wrapping everything in. And inherently, you're going to wrap this the way you would wrap a tortilla to make a burrito. So we're going to be doing that. Here's some limes for our sauces that we'll be using. In fact, I'll need, I have my juicer there, good. And then in our summer rolls, what I thought sounded yummy to put in is cabbage, and I forgot to get that out. I'm going to get out some red cabbage, some pepper, the orange looked nice. I've got some carrots that I'm going to julienne, some cucumbers, and I think, we're going to try the julienne tool on the cucumbers. I've never used it on the cucumber, but we're going to give that a go. Some avocado, because avocado is always good. The main protein in mine, you could make these vegetarian. In fact, you can make it vegan. Here we go.
Mine's just a traditional.
Oh, you made a regular Negroni. So I have mistaken Negroni, which is Negroni's Spiatto.
Yes.
Yes, thank you. Oh, it's so good. It's so yummy. So like, for me, I don't really love Negroni's regular, and I do like gin, but it's just all very liquor-y to me when I have all those ingredients together, but the Prosecco to me lightens it up. And we're told what the Americano, right? There's a Negroni where it's just club soda, and we've never tried that, so we'll have to try that sometime too.
Or soda of some sort.
Right, some sort of sparkling water.
Yeah.
So, in fact, I'm gonna actually turn this camera on real quick, because we're just gonna leave this on so you can see. Not yet, but sorry, friends. There we go. Okay. So we have the carrots, the cucumber, the red pepper, the avocado, and then I have some fresh herbs. I've got cilantro, mint, and basil. Now, Thai basil would be wonderful, and I don't have Thai basil, so I just have regular basil. But herbs, I think, really give summer rolls that something. They just impart a lot of good flavor, and in fact, I'm just going to toss this real quick. Get these going. These are the rice noodles, the rice sticks. And so I really think if there was one thing I would say I really recommend, if at all possible, is try to have at least one herb, because I just think that freshness and that flavor makes them really, really delicious. So we're going to put this over here for right now. Got a crowded countertop. So, and then the shrimp. So we're going to make shrimp summer rolls. Okay. So I've already, we usually have frozen shrimp in the freezer. In fact, that was one of my things I forgot. I was like, oh my gosh, the shrimp. So quickly defrosted them, and I did a quick poach. And you could just poach them in some salted water for certain. But what I did, because, I'm psycho, is in my water, I put some ginger, lemongrass, garlic, and fish sauce, actually, just to impart a little bit of flavor. Because I feel like when you poach, you have an opportunity to put some flavor into whatever you're poaching. So I kind of wanted to take advantage. So that's what I did. In just a small little pot, and I poached the shrimp. They're cooling in our fridge right now. So we'll get to those when we're ready. So I think the first thing we should do, I just don't want that to fall on either of us, is make the sauces. So there's two sauces we're going to make. So one is the traditional peanut sauce that we're going to be dipping it in. And then the other one is the mango chili sauce. So do you have a preference of which one you put together? How about you do the mango chili sauce?
How about I do the easiest one?
I think the mango chili sauce would be one of the easier ones. So the first thing, so that is going to depend upon how much lime juice we get, because I also was not realizing how much lime juice was calling for the sauce. Oh, I have it out already, babe. So the first thing you'll want to do is start with these two big ones. Get them squeezed into this, because this will measure it for us. Here's the squeezer. And just let me know and squeeze them. Get it all out. And then let me know after those two are done how much you have. And I'm going to make the peanut butter sauce, or the peanut butter sauce, right? Yeah. So, so let me get my little notes for both of those sauces. So for the hoisin peanut sauce, you hear the name hoisin, so that's going to be in it. And this, I have a little cup for you for once you're ready for mixing. So in the dipping sauce, it's going to be hoisin, peanut butter, rice vinegar, and sesame oil. And you can use some water to thin it. So I'm going to get a 1/4 cup of hoisin.
Okay.
So yeah, when you're done with all that, let me know what you got.
How much do you need, just out of curiosity?
So if we can make the full amount with a 1/4 cup, do you think we're gonna get a 1/4 cup? Okay, good. So we'll make the full amount of a quart because we can always get more limes at the store. So you're gonna measure here. I'm gonna turn this around so you can see it.
Okay.
This will show you, so you can stop. Once it gets to that line, let it settle down. Once it gets to that line, you can stop.
Oh wow, we're gonna be close.
Yeah. And I hope I have more hoisin. We shall see.
Whoops.
Oh yeah, this is gonna be fine. Whoop, there we go. So my sauce calls for a 1/4 cup hoisin sauce.
We just need a little bit more.
2 tablespoons peanut butter. Then what's the best way of mixing this up? Because this is the peanut butter Hubs likes, which is Crazy Richard's 100% peanuts. Now you could use whatever peanut butter you have. You could use crunchy peanut butter. Anything that you have, this is what we're going to use because it actually is really yummy.
Yeah,
I'm not all for those like.
Well, it's all natural. So
but I'm not always all for those all natural sauces. But this one is really yummy. I mean, when you put this on chocolate, oh my goodness, it's delicious. It's awesome.
Okay, I think we're good.
Okay. So then the other, we'll just set aside this lime here, and then that lime can go back in the fridge, and I'll throw these away for you. Thank you. All right. And we'll set this aside. So do you want to mix this up for me then before you finish your sauce? Just because you said you have a way that you mix. Because like natural peanut butters or nut butters, they come separated.
Yeah, it's just, I don't know
if you can see it, but there's just
like oil up top.
Yeah. Looks like a laundry nightmare. So while he's doing that, I'm also going to put a teaspoon of rice vinegar.
There's really no good way to do this other than just trying to fold it in, and it's real thick down at the bottom, obviously.
And I'm going to put a teaspoon of rice vinegar. And you're going to need this for your sauce too, I believe. Yeah, teaspoon. I'll leave that there for you. And a 1/2 teaspoon of sesame oil. Thank you for doing that. I appreciate that.
You're welcome. I'll just go a little bit on my hand.
Okay. It wouldn't be a stream if I wasn't tapping something, right?
That's right.
Right, babe?
Gotta make noise.
Gotta make noise. Okay.
Man, this is a stubborn one.
Stubborn. It's time. We have plenty of time, so you take your time with that. And I'm trying to think if you need any of these. You don't need any of these. I'm going to bring over your other things you need, though, because you need honey, lime juice.
All right. I mean, it's actually...
Is it pretty good?
Yeah, it's going to be fine. This is what typically happens before it goes in the fridge.
Yeah.
So you're just going to have to kind of go from down a little bit lower. If you want me to do it, I can do it.
I can get it. Thank you.
You know what I'm saying now?
Yep, I do. Thank you. Oh, we'll wipe that up later. It gets a little messy stirring that.
It's a mess.
And then I'm going to need 2
because it can get
tablespoons of
slippery.
it. So I'm going to put a little spoon here.
Yeah, I didn't do a real good job of this time around.
But I appreciate that you did it instead of me, because then you would have been eyeballing me like, what are you doing there, woman? Right?
Yeah, it was just not an easy one.
And I'm also going to get a little of these ones.
All right. So now what am I doing?
Okay. So now you're going to measure the other. You're going to measure the other sauces. I will help because I'll be done in mine in a second. I'll help with chopping the herbs and the mango. So just measure.
So a third a cup, or right?
A 1/3 cup honey. So can I give you a honey trick?
Sure.
So the cup measure is here.
Yep.
Use some cooking spray.
Okay.
Because then when you put the honey in, it slips right out.
Good eye.
Yep. Did you all know that? It's a great trick because honey is stubborn. Oh, this is.
So what kind of cooking spray?
Doesn't really matter because it's a savory sauce. So if it was going in like a cake, I probably would say, make sure it's whichever one has the least flavor. But this one, I think,
this one,
fine. Yep, that's fine. There's not much in there, so that one, if you don't get much in there. You did that on purpose, didn't you?
I kind of did.
Okay. So I'm trying to put 2 tablespoons of peanut butter in here.
And am I just dumping right in here?
Yes.
Okay.
Like after you,
Yeah.
you know, yeah.
Try to
Oh,
measure.
this thing is just all,
It's a lot of honey.
it's a little messy. Oh, that's gonna make a lot of noise. So sorry.
I mean, this is a lot of honey.
I know, honey. It's a lot of lime juice, babe. Right? I hope I'm eyeballing this well because.
I just dump in.
Yep. So I'm trying to eyeball, whoever's watching, I'm trying to eyeball 2 tablespoons, but it's a little tricky because of the nature of how it combined. So hopefully that did the trick. And then I'm just gonna whisk this together. And if it's too thick, you can see I've got my solids of my peanut butter there. If it's too thick, I could certainly thin it with water. Yeah, it's got like, my peanut is kind of in a solid like ball there.
Love honey.
Yeah, and that's the good stuff. That's a local honey. That's a PA honey.
Cute.
Oh, it's actually coming together. So just gonna be patient with peanut butter. I feel like. Oh, cheers, Nicky boy. Oh, Nick, thanks for joining. That is Crazy Richard's peanut butter, and we get that actually at the regular grocery stores too. So I'm pretty sure Whole Foods carries that, but I think not only does Giant carry it, but so does by us ShopRite. So I do think at least by us, a lot of the regular grocery stores are really stepping up in what they.
Yeah. So I need a 1/4 cup of this.
Yes, and the 1/4 cup. Oh, you can just here. Let me rinse this out. Let me wash it out for you.
I'll do it.
You got it?
I got
Okay. Thank you for joining the stream. Have you made summer rolls before? And if so, what do you like in your summer rolls? Okay, so now I've made this delicious. Oh, it looks really. It smells so good. Smell this. I think actually, I don't know. We'll have to wait and see if we need to thin it out at all. So we made just a peanut butter dipping sauce. So let me show. You can see this delicious dipping sauce. We might thin it out. We'll let it sit and see what happens. But this, I love dipping summer rolls in there. Okay.
All right, dumping this in.
I think I got all the big solid peanut buttery things out of there. Yeah, okay, it looks good. All right.
I need 2 tablespoons, I guess, of.
And this peanut butter we gotta take care of after the stream. Get that wiped up a little bit. That was a little crazy.
That was tablespoons, you meant, right?
The big
the
T
rice.
is tablespoons, yes.
That's what I thought.
Yep, absolutely. And I'm gonna get, so while he's finishing combining,
I can't read.
yes, he said I will look for it. You should, it's really delicious.
Yeah, it is good stuff.
I don't, and you especially, I would think, you're very fussy on those all natural nut butters, and
Yeah, and
it's
I-
really good
I
flavor.
eat it with
Like,
apples
it's
a lot
very
of
nice.
times. That's to spread it on apples. 2 teaspoons of
He
rice.
does apples. I do chocolate. Chocolate's better. You do chocolate sometimes.
I do chocolate sometimes.
Okay, so now what I'm going to do is, for this recipe with what he's measuring here liquid-wise, and I'm realizing this is not going to cut it. I'm going to need a bigger bowl. So let me put this away and get a bowl.
We do not have a big area here, do we?
No, because we're sharing. Sharing is caring, right?
There you go.
There you go. So I'm going to cut up the mango that I've drained. Remember I was saying I got them from Del Monte or whatever in juice. Well, not juice. It was in syrup. Ugh, even if it's a light syrup. So I'm going to...
I tasted a couple of them.
These are pretty big. So I don't want... Imagine putting this big hunk of thing in a summer roll. So I'm going to cut them up a little bit.
So this is, it says, and then it says 1 small mango diced.
Yeah, so that's what... So you should stir... So
What's the Thai?
that's the herbs. Do you
Oh.
want to... So why don't you cut the mango? I would stir that first.
Okay.
You cut the mango. There's a knife right there. And I'm going to just push this over a little bit.
Okay. So what do you want me to, when you say cut the mango
So
into?
I'll show you. I would do it in 4. Or actually, I guess it's in 8. Because I think they should be smaller like this. Let me show you.
Okay,
See?
gotcha. But
I think
that's size.
I think that's a good size. Nice little dice. And there's no rush. So
Just
I'm
do
gonna.
all of them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. Because I can help you. I'm gonna do some of the herbs, and then we'll combine everything.
Okay.
And if it gets too much, I'm gonna trade you. You can put them in the bowl.
Okay.
Okay. So this is so in here, so while he's cutting the mango in here, just to review, this was, again, these links are below. This is the mango chili sauce. Oh, it smells so good. It has honey, a 1/3 cup honey, a 1/4 cup lime juice, a 1/4 cup chili sauce or sambal, I can never say that well, olek. 2 tablespoons rice vinegar, a small mango diced, and a 1/4 cup Thai basil or cilantro. I do not have Thai basil. I have regular basil and I have cilantro, so I'm gonna put both in. So, yes. Oh, so your wife likes chicken in them. I've never had them with chicken. So shrimp, I actually think I've only had them vegetarian because my niece, actually my one niece is vegan and my other niece is vegetarian. So I've had it vegetarian with tofu, and I will say I'm warming up to tofu. I'm not I really, it's not that I didn't care for tofu. I just like,
You like the texture.
Texture kind of weirded me out.
So I love tofu.
And I didn't really for a while have flavorful tofu. And what I've realized is tofu gathers flavor like chicken
Takes on
or
flavor,
or cauliflower or anything like
season.
that does. So I just chopped up some basil, and I'm going to add that, and I'm going to chop up some cilantro. But chicken would be good.
Chicken would be good.
Let me see here. Get some cilantro. But I love shrimp in them. And what attracted me to this mango chili sauce is I just thought it would add such good flavor. So I thought that would be really yummy. So you know what these rolls remind me of?
What's that?
Remember the place in Jersey, off of Route 70? I don't know if it's still there. But it was a full place, and sometimes
Oh yeah,
I would get these and
I know
bring
exactly
them
where it was.
back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Used to be over in that same shopping center where Monsoon was the second time.
I'm so sorry.
That was loud.
Well, in case you were sleeping.
I'm just playing with a sharp knife here. So.
I'm so sorry. All right. I knew like putting this here was going to be a mistake. So, but what are you going to do? We have a small space here that we're trying to like keep everything on camera. So I'm just going to brush off my herbs so that I can start prepping the vegetables. I think that's fine. I don't think we need any more.
Good, then we eat that.
Ooh, want to eat that one?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to have this little piece because I want to see what it tastes like.
It's good.
Is it good? Oh, I'm glad I went for this.
I know, it's really good.
This wasn't bad. Mmm.
Don't forget your.
My drink? I know. That's classic me, isn't it? Oh, that's
That's
good.
classic.
That's actually really good. Okay, so I put the herbs in, and then if you would put
Okay.
the mango in there, and then I'll pour this on top, or you pour it on top, even. And just give it a little stir, and you can leave the spoon right in there. And then I'm gonna rinse your board so that it'll be nice and clean for once we make them. And actually, because we're gonna be cutting some vegetables, and so that we won't make all the vegetables mango-y.
Okay. You pour this in.
Mm-hmm.
Just pour it over top, right?
Just pour it top. I'm gonna get that knife. Okay. We have plenty of sauce. See,
Wow.
that's why I actually thought I could.
Look at that.
I figured I could always. I'll take that for you. I always could half the sauce, especially with just two of us eating. But I also thought this sauce would probably be good. Like you can leave the spoon in there and then go here. I'll put it right here because look, I have a
Oh
camera.
yeah, that's right. Forgot about the camera.
There's our sauce. So this is our mango chili sauce. Can you get me out? Actually, why don't you get out a new spoon? I'm going to use a spoon just to taste it. Let me see how it tastes. Ooh! Do you want to taste it and then we'll get a new spoon? Oh!
Sure.
That has heat.
Well, it should with the chili sauce.
No, I know. It had a little more heat than I was expecting. It's delicious. But it's delicious. But what's good is like you need to taste it beforehand.
Wow. Yeah.
Because I could see me going, oh, let's just put like,
But it's good. Very good.
it's excellent, but I can be
Sweet.
sparing. So we're gonna be having this chili sauce for a while.
Yeah, that's really good.
You know what we should do, and I'm joking because, so at one of our, a couple weeks ago or something, the stream, I put the chili crisp on top of ice cream.
Ugh.
And
I didn't have it.
I was just gonna leave that.
I know, I got it. Go ahead, keep going.
Well, because I have to rinse off your board.
Okay.
That's why I thought we could just leave it there.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. Because I need your help cutting. Veg. I'm going to work on your knife skills. And I'll use that.
There's not much.
I actually need that. Oh, I know, but you only get better by practicing. But no, I digress. So I was trying that chili crisp that I love, and I was trying it on ice cream, which it didn't taste bad. It just didn't taste necessary. So this would give a similar effect, but again, I don't think it's necessary. I don't need people messing with my ice cream. Okay, so we're gonna get the vegetables ready. So what I think, cabbage. No, you know what? So what I'd like you to do is I'd like you to cut this just, so can I teach you a little bit about cutting peppers? Because I don't know how, I never watched you, because he does make this really yummy lunch that we haven't had in a while.
So I kind of cut the core out, and then I take the seeds out, and then I just...
So can I show you a trick?
Sure.
So you don't have to worry about seeds. And the reason I'm going to tell you this trick is because, in fact, I'll put it here so they can see, is because that way we can only cut a portion of this, and then we'll save the rest for later. Because again, it's just us, so I don't want us to have all this food prep that we're not going to be able to use. So these are called cheeks. I just cut a cheek off, and then I cut the other cheek off, and then notice what's happening to the seeds.
They're staying in there.
They're staying in there, right? And I think we're going to just cut one more little cheek off, and then this is going to go back on the plate, but it can go into a Ziploc or whatever, however we're going to store it. And then what I'd like you to do with this, and just take your time, is I want you, let me just show you an idea, to cut these as narrow as you can.
Okay.
So take your time, but like narrow like this would be wonderful, okay? While he's doing that, I'm going to actually start using one of my favorite tools, and that is a julienne. So it looks like a peeler, a vegetable peeler, but it's julienne's, which I think is remarkable. And so I've used it, so I washed my carrots, and then all you do is you just take it, and you can go either way, and you just run it along your vegetable, and look, it perfectly juliennes it. Now that one, of course I said perfectly, that one didn't do, but it really, especially once you get past the first layer, and then you can make them smaller if you want. So I'm just going to take this across my carrot and make julienne carrots. But I use this all the time because we like making actually vermicelli Vietnamese beef bowls or shrimp bowls or chicken bowls or whatever we're making. So hi Diaz, how are you? Thank you for joining us. We're making summer rolls. I was just talking about how my favorite tools is this little julienner. And it makes your... Is
that an official term? Julienner?
It's a julienner, is it? Like a Julie Andrews julienner. And it's wonderful because it just really makes easy peasy of julienning anything. Now, I've never julienned a cucumber with this. I'm going to try it today. So just to see. And then you can just go right on down. So it's just super easy. Now, I will say, I've rushed this before, like when we were, on a weekday getting together, probably a Vietnamese, like a vermicelli bowl of some sort. And I've cut myself because those little teeth there, let me show you the teeth. See right down there? They are sharp. So be careful because it looks like really innocent, but it is indeed sharp. So do be careful. And I'm going to take my carrots and I'm just going to cut them down. I actually probably don't need to cut them down because that's about, I'm going to leave them because that's about the length of our summer rolls. The only thing I'm going to do now, this is not necessary, but I'm a bit of a, what would you call that? Anal sometimes with things. I'm going to just make sure they've all separated. You don't need to do this. This is just where my mind goes. I'm like, they're not separating. So they're going to all cling together. You okay there?
Yep.
So I was saying to you, that's why I was like, I wish I'd gotten a yellow pepper or a red pepper because it'd been more color. Like I love having color, like a rainbow. Oh, where did I get it from? I think Amazon. I don't remember. I think Amazon though, because I feel like.
And was it called a julienne?
You know what I'll do? I'm gonna look. What I'll do this. Yes, I'm gonna look and see where I did get it from, and then I'll post that later down in the description. That's what I'll do. I think it might be Amazon, and of course you can look really quick on your orders to see, you know, if that's indeed where I got it from. But I love it. I use it all the time. I've not used it on cucumbers, so we're gonna see how that works. All right, so I'm gonna put my carrots over here. And I'm gonna take, I've already washed my cucumber, and I'm gonna try it on there. I'm excited to see if this works.
It should, right?
It should. Well, the only thing I'm not sure about is a cucumber is much softer than a carrot. So I'm kind of wondering, like right now when I was drying it, I pushed against the little teeth, and they hurt. It's like if you have those puppies that have those razor sharp teeth when they're like puppy stage. Okay.
That's what it felt like?
Yeah, like, but all together, like a bunch. So I'm gonna just show you here. I'm gonna just slide this across. So I know, and this is a Persian cucumber, which I love because they're just, the skin is softer. It's not so tough as the regular ones, but you can use any cucumber.
The Persian cucumber is always smaller?
Yes, and I like them. I think they make great pickles too. So I'm just gonna separate them. This is working. I think once you get to the seeds, it's going to be a little problematic, but that's like that with cucumbers anyway. Cucumbers, like that's why the one, there's a, I forget what the name of the cucumber, the bigger ones that don't have as many seeds that I get sometimes, but I just like the Persian's flavor better. Like those cucumbers are fine. I just don't find their flavor is as good. I like flavor. I actually really like a traditional cucumber, depending upon what I'm using it for. I just feel like it's got good crunch and bite and water, the wateriness actually I like depending on, oh, see, this is where you have to stop. Once it mushes, then you're done. But that's fine, I got a nice amount of cucumber from there. I'm gonna check my noodles right now. I'm putting my cucumbers there.
All right,
I might do one more cucumber. Let me see. You did that beautifully.
Thank you.
Do you wanna get a little baggie for this?
Sure.
And then I'm gonna put those on the plate. Did awesome. See, look at you. Look at you with those nice skills.
So talented.
So talented. I'm so proud of you.
Would have taken you like 20% of the
We
time.
are in no rush because we're streaming. We're just chit-chatting. So DS, do you like summer rolls? And what do you like in your summer rolls? I was asking Nick, and he likes shrimp, and his wife likes chicken. So I'm just trying to figure out what people like in their summer rolls. Meanwhile, cabbage. Let me go get the cabbage. Oh, sorry, child. Almost ready with the dog. Okay, so let me get the cabbage. This will add some good crunch. You could add a lettuce. You could add a Napa cabbage. You could add a regular cabbage. I got some purple cabbage, red cabbage, purple cabbage. I don't know. It looks purple to me. I always call it purple cabbage. And I'm going to very slicely thin it. I'm going to very slicely thin it. I'm going to very thinly slice it.
Easy for you to say.
Easy for me to say. And of course, we're only using a very small portion. That's the thing with cabbage, is so often you go to get cabbage and you get this huge thing. And so that's what I'm going to be deciding like for the next.
Anything else that I need to cut?
Actually, yes. So can you get the shrimp out? They're in the colander in the fridge. And I'm going to have you carefully, I'm going to check my noodles first. These are my rice noodles that we're softening.
It's not that many.
Because you don't put a ton in there.
Okay.
And so you're going to take those out, and what I want you to do, you can dump those, is you're going to put this away. Actually, no, keep that there, because you can put them back in there. Is you're going to actually, let me show, whoop. I'd like you to take this shrimp and cut it in half. So you kind of stand it like that.
All right.
Wait, so our friends can see. Stand it like that, and then just put your fingers on either side. No rush, just gently, because then what's nice is it's thinner, and then it's going to look pretty because we're going to put the pink side on the out. So I'm going to taste one of my noodles, my rice sticks, see if they're ready. Oh, yep, they're ready. Okay, so I'm going to, we don't need this anymore because of the mango. So I'm gonna rinse out my mango colander. I don't know why my nose is so itchy today. Am I allergic to you?
Let's hope not.
I don't know. I'm gonna rinse my rice noodles with cold water because I kind of want this to be a cool, like everything the same temperature. It doesn't have to be cold, but just everything should be nice and cool because they should be really refreshing. You see our lovely pup. She is looking, she's hungry. We have not fed her before our stream. That's blasphemy in her world.
And she's affectionately known as Sushi because she loves
fish.
Seafood.
So when this girl was a pup, I mean, like she was full grown, but maybe like it within her first 2 years of life, I was making some fish. I think it was tilapia, and I like had it on a counter. I went to another counter to grab something. When I came back, 2 of the full fillets were gone. She just swiffed them.
She could eat.
So after that, we called her. Oh, is that my? I'm like, you can just tell me. Just say, take a sip. I forget to sip my cocktail. So say, take a sip. But anyway, so we called her Sushi because she gets excited when we're cooking any protein, but with seafood, her nose
She
gets
goes crazy.
perfect. So then if you want to put those back in the colander. Yep. And then what you can do, in fact, this water's probably gotten cold, so I'm going to have to add some warmer water in here. I'm going to pour that out. This is where we're going to be softening our rice paper, because this is, and I'll talk about that in a second. So then what I'm going to have you do is I'm going to have you take these, and all I want you to do is take the little leaves off of the herbs, and then have a little pile of mint leaves. This is the cilantro, a little pile of cilantro leaves, and leave the stems here, and just make a pile of mint, cilantro, and basil. Okay, and I'm going to get this cut. So this is the red cabbage.
So mint.
That looks purple. I don't know why they called it red. That's just me. There we go. We don't need a ton of this. This will provide some beautiful color and crunch. I need to take this outer layer off. There we go. Take that off. I might need more than this, actually. I'm just going to do a really thin slice on this.
Is there a lot of mint here?
Yes.
Okay. I was going to make sure that I wasn't.
This will be enough. See, this is the thing about cabbage is you take this little cheek of cabbage and I think, oh, I don't think I have enough. And you start slicing it and it grows. It grows.
That's a lot of cabbage.
There's a lot of cabbage. Isn't it pretty though?
It is pretty.
And what I love about red cabbage is if you cook it, it turns this beautiful color and then turns anything that you're, this is lovely, anything you're cooking with that color. It's got a great color dye in it. There we go. Nice. Okay. All right, that's good. Wow, that's amazing. That little bit of cabbage made all this cabbage. We definitely, and I'm gonna move these fellas so that we have room for our other vegetables, because that'll make it easier when we're getting it all ready. Now I'm just gonna kind of separate them so that, you see what I'm doing here? Just so that when I'm putting it in my spring roll, it'll just make it lighter. And I'm not even gonna put all this on here because, there we go. I'm gonna put this on another plate.
I think we're going to need a bigger plate.
I think we are too. Make another plate. Now you see why I go through so many dishes and utensils when I'm having a stream, right?
That's why.
Do you think I think we might need more cucumber. I think I should. Do you want to try the julienne?
No.
So you want to cut the mango? I mean, you want to cut the avocado?
No.
Yeah, I think you want to do the julienne.
I wasn't watching what you were doing, so you're going to have to.
You just have to be careful. You just have to make sure you don't hurt yourself. That's the main concern I would have. Put these here. Just don't want any injuries on my watch. Okay. You're doing a great job with those herbs. I know you're just slowing up on them, so you don't have to do any of that, right?
Actually,
okay, so I'm gonna get the avocado set. Take off that little sticker. So we're just prepping. We're making summer rolls. We're just prepping all of the ingredients. Yes, Shelby always has to make her cameo. Shrimp, mint, carrots, scallions, chili oil. Lovely. Scallions. I do have scallions I could add to it. But you know, oh, so I don't know if you saw DS, but we made this delicious mango chili sauce. So this is our spice, and it has mango in it.
Do I need to separate these, or I mean, this is kind of?
Nope, that's good. That is all good. And there's our peanut sauce for dipping. Okay, I digress. All right, so now I'm gonna get my avocado set. So just with my avocado, I'm just gonna go round and round, do a twist. Oh, it's beautiful. I love when avocados are like that. Do a little hook with the, although I'm fussy, so like you see, this is where it gets to me. Like, see that? That's gotta go. I like my avocados to look perfect. See that little bit of brown? I don't want anything messing up my avocado. I'm fussy, but you know that already, don't you?
I do.
Yeah. Okay, so then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get a spoon, scoop that out, and slice it up. So we can put some beautiful slices of avocado in our.
This is gonna get mixed in. These.
And then, you know what?
You just want me to leave those over here?
Just put the basil there.
Okay.
Yeah, because I can tell which are the different. Because it's really at the end of the day, and then I'll move the basil over once you've got it. You're doing great. So I'm getting this avocado out, and I'm gonna slice it, make it nice. Okay. All right. So we haven't had these in a while.
You haven't had these in a long time.
I know. I think the last time we had them, our niece made them. I think, yeah.
You're right.
And it was with tofu, and I think it was with a Szechuan tofu or something like that. It was spicy tofu, which was, and as I was mentioning before, I'm not a big tofu person, and I think part of that is because it just to me has no flavor. As you can see, I'm just slicing this up. I'm gonna put the basil in the middle.
Right, where's that julienne?
The julienne is right here. The cucumber is over there. It's already washed. Putting the avocado there. And it was delicious because it had some flavor. And maybe it was a sriracha tofu.
This is an accident waiting to happen.
Just be careful. Don't
What do
hurt
I do?
yourself. Okay, so you lay this down. You hold it on one end, and then you hold it on one end, hold it tight, and you draw it down.
Okay.
Don't do it. It's not like fast. Just kind of take it. I mean, you could do it fast when you're going to cut yourself. You gotta put a little more pressure on that because it's going to be super. It's going to be thinner, I think, than you want.
Is that too thin?
Oh no, it's fine. I'm just saying for the next one, I would try to get it a little bit more. And you can go into the flesh.
Okay.
Can I show you a little
Nope.
bit? No, because I
Okay.
want you to push hard.
Okay, I'm gonna go
I want you
harder.
to push pressure on the greens, on the white stuff. Yes, so now just focus on the white.
Okay. I get it.
You got it?
Let's see where you talk about the
Yep. But the further you go down, the more it'll
Yep,
be.
it gets into like
yeah.
that fleshy.
I'm just going to open up the rice paper that we're going to be using to make our lovely summer rolls. So is everyone happy that summer's over? It's been pretty hot here in the States. Oh, or are people sad that summer's drawing to a close? If it's not summer where you are you happy or sad that the season's changing? But by here in the States, it's summer. So how are you feeling, DS? How are you feeling, Nick?
Uh-oh.
Oh, you get a shout out.
What's that?
DS gave you a shout out
Thank you, DS.
for helping. See?
It's not, I just don't really have a clue what I'm doing.
No, you're fine. This is not wanting to open up, by the way. How many people does it take to open up a package of rice paper? That's all I want to know. I'm gonna try one of my
All right,
knives.
this thing's,
I think we've got plenty. Yeah, once it breaks, I that's when I gave up because.
Okay.
That work? I'm gonna break these. This is like, should not be this difficult getting this package open. My goodness. This is why people cut, I'm sorry. So sorry. This is why people cut themselves, by the way, right? This is when people cut themselves because, whew, I finally got it. That was like tough. My Lord. Oh my goodness. Okay. Dear. All right, that was crazy.
Yes says, yes, autumn is my favorite season. I'm excited.
I'm with you. I love autumn. Autumn is my favorite season, by far. Okay, so what we've done is we've prepped our ingredients. Would you do me, oh yeah, I'm gonna get this ready for you. Will you do me a favor?
Yes.
Will you just tidy up this stuff here? Not the tongs, but the bottles, they all go back over here.
Okay.
Thank you, and I'm gonna get this cleaned off for you. We're gonna get ready to roll. Get ready to summer roll.
Do I have to roll or no?
Yes, you're rolling. He sounds so excited, doesn't he?
Not gonna go well.
It is going to be fine. It is going to be fine. And I'll just turn the camera on you, right? So what we've done is we've prepped all these vegetables. So we've got avocado. Here we have cilantro, mint, basil. We have pepper, orange pepper rather, sweet pepper. We have red cabbage and the carrots and the cucumbers. And then we also got our shrimp ready. The reason we sliced them is because you want them to be lay flat against. And I'll show you how to do it so that they show and you can see its prettiness. So we have our shrimp ready there. And then the other ingredient was our rice sticks or rice noodles. And we're just gonna use our fingers for that.
It's leaking.
Oh, it is leaking. It's leaking. I'm gonna get a paper towel to do that.
Rice noodles had an accident.
They did. All right, there we go. Hopefully our rice noodles won't leak anymore. Okay. And so it's going to be a little tricky because I'm going to do it so that you can reach more easily and that I have to reach a little more because I'm going to make it easier for you, babe. Okay. So, and the sauces we already made is we made our peanut butter dipping sauce, our hoisin peanut butter, and we made our mango chili sauce we are putting in. So we need this nearby. We need a little spoon for this because this we're going to be drizzling into our yummy sauce. In our yummy rolls, okay? So that goes in there. All right, so we have everything in place. We do have a bit of a small work area, so it's a little tricky. So I think what I'm gonna do, because we need the sauce somewhat nearby, and this is where we're gonna be soaking our rice paper. So let me see how warm my water is. Oh, I think it's warm enough. This will be perfect. So you just put some warm water, and this works for me. So this is actually, I don't know, a 9-inch cake pan. It's not an 8-inch cake pan because 8-inch would be too small. I think it would just fit this. And this is my grandma's, actually.
So DS, I'm drinking a traditional Negroni, and Amy is nursing a Negroni, what is it?
Sbagliato,
which is, instead of the gin, it's
Prosecco. Yes. Okay, that was a little hot, so I'm just pulling this off because I don't want you to burn. I don't want you to burn your little fingers.
Okay.
Because I have the asbestos hands, he not so much. All right, so this is what we're going to be doing. I'm going to wash my hands one more time. Let's wash your hands one more time. I know we've already done that, but just kind of, we're going to be doing lots of more touching and rolling. So we're going to get them washed.
We've made a mess.
We've made a mess, but it's all good. It's like playing with your food, right? When you're adults, you get to play with your food and do all this fun stuff. So when it comes to making your summer rolls, actually I think this would be a great dish to have out, or like maybe for a happy hour. with friends, I mean, good friends. You don't want people that you don't know well, because they'll be like, what are you making me do? But this would be fun because people could make it their own. They can put on it what they want. So I'm gonna make one, because I've not made them in probably 2 years. So I'm gonna make one, and you can laugh at me. It'll probably fall apart. And then we'll make the next ones together, okay? So one of the things I know about rice paper is that in your head, you're gonna think it needs to soak more, but it doesn't. So I'm gonna put it in. I think it's not long, like it's.
You sure that's not just like the piece of plastic?
Okay. See, already I'm thinking, and mine's cracking. So, like, I think this is, you really don't want it too long. So, but again, it's been a while that I've done this. And then what I'm gonna be doing is I'm gonna be laying my shrimp across. So I'm gonna put 3 shrimp. I'm gonna make the pink sides go down, because that's what's gonna show and look pretty. Okay. And then you just build it with what you want. So I'm gonna like divvy up my colors, right? Actually, since I have a bunch of orange, I'm gonna lay a few carrots. Now, the thing you wanna make, this is what you need to be careful about, because I know I've made burritos with you. Remember, little goes a long way, because we've got a lot of different ingredients. And so you don't wanna over stuff and not be able to roll it. So that's one thing to keep in mind. So I've got my purple cabbage. I've got a little bit of my cucumber. I'm going to end with my rice noodles, by the way. I'm going to take a couple avocado slices. What did I forget? I'm going to take some herbs. I'm going to get my herbs in next. I'm going to do a little basil. Then do a little mint. I love mint. See, already I'm probably overstuffing. Like this is I use my first one, I overstuff.
What about the?
And then my rice noodles. Yeah, but you just take.
What about the peppers?
Oh, I didn't put peppers in yet. Oops. Oh dear. See, I'm overstuffing. Yikes. All right, I'm gonna take this a tiniest little bit. So you don't have to put the rice sticks in, by the way. You absolutely don't have to do that. A lot of times places do it kind of as filler, but I do like the texture in there too.
Is it called rice sticks or rice?
They're called rice sticks. Oh, and mine already got softened, so I'm hoping I can get that up. So now I'm gonna take my yummy chili sauce, and I'm just going to drizzle that across. Now I could use this. Really I could use this as a dipping sauce if I want to, but I know in the place. Now this is where it gets a little tricky. So then I'm going to fold it over. Yes, you're saying cool right now, but I can already tell I've overstuffed. And then, and it's just folding on top of itself. And it's actually more pliable than you would think.
Look at that.
Yeah, but it ripped a little bit. So, and you tuck and roll, you tuck and roll. And then there you go.
Wow.
So, oh, I have a little piece of mango came out. Oh, that's good. Now the other trick with
now,
these.
Would you also dip that in the?
In the peanut? Absolutely. So, can you get out a plate?
Yep.
Actually, get out the big plate, and we'll put it. We'll bring them and put them over here. The big platter, because if they touch, the big platter, yes. Because if they touch, what'll happen is when you try to separate them, they will come apart. Like if you're storing these before you're going to serve them, what you could do is you could put plastic wrap in between them, because this one, because we're going to need space, and just put it right over there.
On here?
In the front, yeah, in the middle, in the front. Right there. Because we haven't used those burners. The back burner is what we used. And I'm just going to lay it here, sweetie, okay?
Okay.
But we don't want them to touch, because if they touch and we separate them, they will probably break. So I was really lucky. Because I had a little bit of breakage, but you can see that but we can't soak it any more than I did. Because if I would have soaked it any more, that thing would have been falling apart. All right? So, oh, perfect. I love that. Nick, great tip. If it rips at a second wrap. You know what? And they do that sometimes with corn tortillas. Like
that's
sometimes having
smart.
that second soft corn tortilla will give it a little more stir.
They're
that
so
was great.
thin. Who would now?
I love it. I love it. See, these are good tips. All right, so you ready?
Yep.
Okay. Wait, I feel like I have two. I do have two. So I'm just gonna,
Not a hole in it to
It
start.
didn't have a hole in it, sweetie.
Where's your shrimp? Oh, there.
Right there.
I'm shockingly nervous.
The good news is no one gets hurt if this goes south, right? There you go.
3 shrimp.
3 shrimp. Face the pink part down. And then you do it your order. You do it however you want. Pink part down, yep.
Yep, got it. Don't overstuff, right?
Don't overstuff. Better to understuff and have it stick together than to overstuff. All right, let me grab my shrimp.
I'm gonna go light on the cabbage.
The other thing is I'm gonna have mine start a little closer to the edge this time because I feel like that's the other thing. Sometimes I think you should just go shy of middle because I think if you go too far in the middle, like you might want to shift yours just a little towards you. If then it gives you more rolling
It's
space.
too late. I'm already in, woman.
No, they can shift. They can shift. Shit. All right, I'm gonna start with the peppers this time because I almost forgot them. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna start with the herbs this time. So I want the herbs to be right next to my shrimp.
Okay.
So the cilantro, the mint. I can always get more basil, by the way, because I know I didn't bring a lot of basil, but I have more basil in the other room. And I'm going to do some of the
Cucumbers?
peppers. And I'm going to get my avocado.
Rice noodles.
And I'm going to get
rice.
my red cabbage.
Is it rice sticks? That's it, right?
Yeah, rice sticks. But they're rice noodles too, vermicelli. And I'm going to go some cucumbers and some carrots and some rice noodles. Nope, I went a little big again. See, it's so hard not to go big. Like it's hard. It's just hard. Like you feel like you're doing fine and then all of a sudden you're like, yeah, I put too much in. Thank you.
All right, so now you gotta go this way, right?
Yeah.
And this way.
Do one at a time. I would take both hands and do one side at a time.
Okay.
Uh-oh, mine toppled. Oh, this one's not going so well. Okay, I'm gonna actually change my...
It's a slippery little devil.
They are slippery little suckers. Oh, this one is not going so well. My first one was much better. I toppled. See, that's what happens when you put too much in, it topples. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh my goodness. But it's amazing, even with, you saw what was happening, but look, it's still pretty much held together. How you doing there, babe?
I'm doing great.
Can you show? Show.
See?
Yay!
Just don't look at the ends.
It actually held. I'm impressed. But
All right, I gotta do a little repair here.
you can do a second one. We get a second one?
Nope.
You sure?
Not yet.
I thought that was a great idea from Nick.
I know. I think I'm okay.
No,
Okay, give me a second one.
you know what's funny is like
close.
we all have our ideas, and then there's other things we just don't think of. I would have never thought about wrapping, and that is ingenious. That is a great idea.
It just didn't hold. The one side didn't hold.
That's okay. All right. Okay, put it a little closer to you. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I should have done.
Yeah.
Oh, it's kind of.
Yeah, it's still softening because remember we. Okay.
Well, and then so that's what I did wrong. That's what I
you
did.
got it.
Yeah, I know what I did wrong.
And it'll continue to soften.
I hope
It's just
so.
that. Well, no, the problem was it wasn't like it's softening while we're gathering our materials and putting them on top. There you go.
So it looks like I just wrapped my sandwich in some cellophane.
That's okay. That is good. It's all good. You did great. You did great.
It's like
Lovely.
my saran wrap.
Awesome.
All right.
Okay. See? Ready for your next one? Do you want to dip? Want me to start dipping?
Go ahead. Yeah. Wait, there's another one?
Yeah, we're going to keep making them until our shrimp are gone. I think we just have probably one more each, right?
Okay.
Let me just,
Alright.
just a sec.
So you got to start wrapping before you fold. That's where I made the mistake.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, there you go.
I'm ready this time.
There you go.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, I'm gonna get mine. Turn the pink over.
Yeah, I know. There you go. Carrot. Oh. This one's...
So one of our sons, David, he loves these. These are one of his favorites. He loves these. Now, Maddie, not so much. Maddie's the one that's fussy. First of all, he doesn't really like a lot of vegetables. So that's the first problem. Second problem is he doesn't like shrimp, which is fine because you don't have to put shrimp. Well, we have a shrimp left. Did you use?
I used 3.
Huh. Oh, this one gets 4, bonus. And again, mentioned they're just too many vegetables. He would like it if we wrapped just the rice sticks in it. Then he'd eat it. So he wrapped rice vermicelli, wrapped in rice paper. Then he'd eat it. So yeah, and he probably would like the peanut butter sauce. But anyway, that's that's our son. That's just, it is what it is, right? But David loves these. And I think Carol likes them too.
I think so.
I know, like, so the nieces love them. And it's funny because, them growing up with my nieces who love just so many different things, you'd think some of that would transfer. It just didn't. Didn't. They're just fussy.
Packed this one too much.
I know. It's just true. It really becomes a problem. It's like you feel like you're doing well until you're not. And then you're like, oh, I kind of overpacked. So I've seen, I think it was on social media, some people do unwrapped summer rolls, which you can kind of see how this is going to go, which basically means you have all the ingredients on vermicelli, and then there's no wrapping involved. No stress, no wrapping, and you get all the flavors. So that's one option you can do. If you love these flavors, but you're like, look at you, awesome. But I don't want to deal with all these headaches, which is not headaches, it's fun, I think.
Okay.
And we have a ton of this sauce. I totally would have made this sauce at halvesies because we have a ton of the sauce.
By the way, you were right. The one with the 2 rice papers looks perfect now. So you were right. Good job. Nick, thank you.
All right. There we go. You do feel like you're just like tucking and rolling, 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 tucking and rolling. Lovely. Beautiful. Okay.
Very nice.
Very nice. Okay. So now what we're going to do is I'm going to just dump this a second. Oh, whoopsie. And I'm going to bring over the platter. I'm going to put this there.
Okay.
So we can see our finished product. I'm going to put the peanut sauce in a nice dipping bowl. Pardon?
I'm thinking I can see which ones are mine.
So I just want to make sure, there, I want the shrimp to show. Can I make it so your shrimp show?
Yeah, absolutely.
There we go. Oh, see? All the shrimp are showing. Okay. I think this is a little thick. I'll fix that one. I'm going to add just a little bit of water. Do you want to turn mine so that the shrimp show? That was my first one, so maybe I just screwed up. Well, I see it there.
Yeah, it's good.
Okay. All right, so I'm going to put this in. This peanut sauce in here. Okay. Oopsie. There we go. Pretty, pretty, pretty. Okay. There we go. Do you want to, will you go take a picture of that maybe
Sure.
on the kitchen table?
Yep.
Wonderful. All right. So we are going to taste them in just a minute. We're going to get the money shot. So now, does anybody that's watching, do you have to work tomorrow, or are you off tomorrow? Because we're off tomorrow. But just as a, by the way, as a FYI, because I'm starting back as an educator, back to school, teaching reading. I'm going to, unfortunately, my Twitter habits are going to have to change a little bit. Obviously, I'm not going to be as active on Twitter, but actually, that's a great segue.
Don't mind me.
Oh my, he's just moving chairs and making lots of noise. Pardon that. But for any of you that don't know, follow me on Twitter on Philly Live. That way you always find out about my streams, about the food I'm obsessed with, the cocktails we're having. It's a great food family out there on Twitter. So that's a great way to kind of know what's going on. Coming up next week on Wednesday, we are doing a Philly takeout try or buy with a poke place, Poke Burry. We're going to be getting a bunch of, they have really creative dishes there, so we're going to be getting a variety of different things.
It's a chain, right?
It is a chain, like a small chain that's in a couple places across the United States, and I'll tell more about that on Wednesday. But we're super excited to try their poke and some of their other things because they have a really creative menu. And then on next weekend is after the game, because the Eagles are playing. So after the game, I'm going to be doing piccata 2 ways. So one of the shows that we enjoyed this summer was The Bear. That was Netflix or Hulu?
Yeah, I don't remember.
I think it was Hulu. I think The Bear was on Hulu. Isn't
very intense?
Excellent, intense show about this restaurant, like a beef restaurant in Chicago, and we got completely sucked in. And then all of a sudden the season was over, and we're like, what? So we're going to be. And in one of the shows, he shows in the kitchen how to make a really good piccata. Do you remember that? Everybody makes that sauce. And yeah, so I'm going to be making piccata 2 ways. And because I've been doing, that's probably one of the first fancy things I did besides those tortellini that I talked about when I was much younger. And that's just like a great mainstay dish that's easy to throw together even weekday. So that'll be next weekend on Sunday after the Eagles game. So that's what I have to fit. I checked. They play at like 1 or 1:15 or something. Yeah. So I will make sure my times are keeping the game in mind. So you ready to try?
I am.
Okay.
I want this one.
Okay.
That's the double, right?
That was mine actually. I put mine.
Oh no, where's my double? This one?
It's I think so. This one's mine. I think that was your double.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
No, that one's got 4.
Oh, this is definitely, well, I don't, that I'm positive is mine. I don't know, babe.
I'm pretty sure that's.
Okay. See?
Yeah, it's definitely the double.
Is that the double?
Yeah.
I'll take my first one that's kind of falling apart. Okay, I'm going to do a little dip because, we share, so we can dip it together. Mmm. Oh. Ooh. Those are delicious. So
yeah, it's really good.
Honestly, the first thing that speaks to me is the herbs. Do not, if there was ever a time to try, just, most grocery stores have herbs now that you can get super inexpensive, buy the lettuces and buy all the fresh produce. Even if you just get one of them. If it was me, if I could choose one herb, I would get the mint. I just feel like the mint is a standout, but I love having the cilantro, mint, and basil in this. So that's the first thing that I noticed right away was the freshness of the herbs. But the spice, I love the spice of the mango. That mango chili sauce is so good because it has a spice. Now you could always add some jalapeno, serrano, habanero.
We double dip?
Yeah, because this is ours. Yeah. I just want to try it without the sauce first. And the peanut sauce is really good. Mmm.
Wow.
And you know what? I love that. And see, this without the peanut sauce. It's actually really good without peanut sauce too.
Yeah, I had my second
having
bite
that chili mango sauce. You don't even need the peanut sauce for that. One of the things I really like is we did not put much rice noodles in there. And I mean, honestly, a lot of people prefer, if they're making them on their own, not to put them because it just reduces the carbs and they're kind of just filler. I like that we have a lot more veg in there. I just think it's just fresher. It's almost like wrapping up a salad. These are delicious.
Yes, I tasted.
These are delicious and they're perfect. We ate kind of like junk for lunch today at the bar restaurant we went to with the kids. So this is tasting so good. Try this. If you try it, let me know how it goes. Let me know what you like in your rolls. And especially if there's any ingredients we need to know about, like ones that we should make sure we're putting in our rolls, because I do read my comments, I do reply. But thank you for joining us. This was awesome.
And good idea on the second wrap.
Yes, Nick, that was a great idea. I will remember that on the second wrap.
It saved me on this one.
It saved you. Yeah, and easy. Just soak it up and wrap it, rewrap it.
I'm almost gonna wear this.
I'm going to finish after I turn off the stream, just because you know how much I love eating in front of people. But thank you for joining us. Thank you, DS. Thank you, Nick. And thank you for anyone else who was joining but just staying silent in the background. Totally fine. Not a problem. And I wish you a great rest of your weekend. If you're in the States, I wish you a great Labor Day weekend. And until we eat again, I will see you Wednesday for the try or buy with the Poke Bowls. So thank you, friends.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.